Today I want to talk about the gear I use when I shoot car auctions or car listings. A big part of this type of shoot is being able to work quickly and efficiently, and I think I've gotten my kit down to the essentials that allows me to shoot everything I need at a fairly high standard with the least amount of fuss. You can have a truckload of expensive gear, but if you can't carry it easily or access it, it won't do you a lot of good. None of this is sponsored, so let's jump in. I love my Nikon Z series mirrorless full-frame cameras. I have another video where I talk about those in more detail, but the main thing is that you should use a camera that you are comfortable with and that you know your way around the controls. For me, that's Nikon, and for this video, the camera body isn't nearly as important as what lenses we have attached to it. So for best results, you'll need two zoom lenses. A long telephoto zoom for exterior photos and exterior details, and a wide zoom for interior shots, engine bay, and trunk. We'll talk about the telephoto first. Car exteriors look best shot at long focal lengths, and it's rare that I would shoot a car for presentation at less than 70 millimeters. This is a 70 to 200 millimeter f2.8, and it's just the best. It makes cars look proper, and it also isolates them from the background, and it makes the viewer focus on the car. The distance you're required to put between yourself and the car also forces a perspective that I think is how the car was intended to be seen. Having a range of 70 to 200 millimeters allows you a lot more versatility than, say, a 105 millimeter prime, which means you're able to get more shots in a shorter amount of time. But I still need a wide zoom for interior shots, engine bay, and trunk. Now, I previously talked a lot of shit about the 24-70 2.8 being a bad lens for shooting cars. And so that's why I can recommend this lens, the 24-70 f4. It's not the 2.8. Now you're thinking that's worse than a 2.8, and sort of, yes. But here's why I like this little f4 over the 2.8. It's smaller, cheaper, and fits in tighter spaces. Having an aperture of f2.8 is of little benefit to me. I wouldn't want to shoot an interior at f2.8 because an image showing the condition of an interior is kind of useless if only the steering wheel is sharp and nothing else. So those are my two go-to zoom lenses for auctions. I enjoy primes, but when you sometimes have an hour to shoot every detail of a car, you need to prioritize and have the tool that's going to be the most efficient. I talked all about circular polarizer filters in a separate video, but the main takeaway is that they give you one more way to control and adjust the appearance of the light in your image. This filter is permanently on my 70 to 200, and it allows me to bring out the color of a car and minimize sky reflections. In that previous video, I said I don't use a CPL with wide-angle lenses because I don't want to get the polarizer sky effect, which is what happens when the polarized area is smaller than the sky that is captured. I don't know, it's dark splotches. Well, I have since reevaluated that, and when I'm shooting a car listing, the chances of getting a big polarizer sky are very slim. So now I use a CPL on the 24-70 as well, and the benefits are pretty huge. The main thing that ruins these interior and engine photos is too much unwanted contrast. We shoot in the shade, and that helps a lot. But sometimes a dashboard or the top of the dashboard is too reflective, and sometimes the painted fenders next to the engine bay are too bright compared to the engine itself. The polarizer filter, in many cases, allows you to reduce that contrast and make things more even, and then you have a better image that doesn't require as much editing in post. Anytime you can improve the image in camera and not have to spend time editing later, you're working a little bit smarter. I love a good camera strap. I've been using these Peak Design straps for years without ever having a problem. It's more comfortable than the one that comes with the camera, it's easier to adjust, and they have a quick release system, so you can easily take it off if you need to remove it to shoot some video. This tripod is the Peak Design tripod. It's really small, really light, and it's in this padded case. So if I'm traveling in the car that I'm shooting, it's not gonna bang around and damage a vintage seat back or something, like a hard tripod might. I usually don't even use it for photos, but sometimes you might need it for shooting a video, and this doubles as my light stand for the next thing I bring, which is this. This is a Godox V1 flash. I put an adapter on it so I can attach a tripod plate onto this hot shoe mount. I use this for just the main wide interior shots. I like to light into the opposite window from where I shoot, and it brings some dimension and pop to brighten up an interior, make it look a little more appealing. If we're trying to reduce that unwanted contrast on the interior like we talked about, this gives you a way to balance the amount of light in the car with the sunlight outside that's coming through the glass. So we're not having to use 1,000,000% highlight recovery in post. If it's a very pretty engine bay, I might use it there. This thing takes just 30 seconds to set up, and you have this controller so I can adjust the exposure without having to go change it on the flash. I'm not going to spend all day lighting every interior shot or engine shot, but for a wide, dramatic shot, it can make more of an impact. Last item, this is a bonus. Wear a black or gray shirt without stripes or graphics on it. I had to learn this one the hard way. So that was everything I used to get photos for a car listing or auction. I'm not recommending you immediately go out and buy this stuff, but if you're looking for what to get that might help you, this is a great place to start. Everyone's preferences are different. Most people that do this are probably self-taught, so you might use different gear. And if you think I left something out, please leave a comment below. I'm always open to evolving my process, and thank you for watching.